Hi, my name is Steve. I am Product Manager for Accurascale, and we're here today at Barrow Hill in the Deltic shed to introduce our Accurascale Deltic. We're back here today at Barrow Hill where the Deltic project started for Accurascale. It's where we did a lot of the initial research, working with the DPS and the model. We are now coming to the end of our Deltic project. At this time of writing, they're in the container at the dock, been whisked to our distribution centre to be sent out to all of our customers who've very patiently been waiting for the model to arrive. In parallel, there we have Talia behind us here. Again, that's reaching the end of its project, and the two are coming together almost at the same time. What I'd like to do today is I'd like to talk to you through the model. I'd like to tell you some of the detailed differences, the specifications and things like that. And in time, we'll go on to do more of these videos, tell you more and more about customising your model, getting the best of the features and making it really work for you. We give you a very, very good basis. We want you to be able to take this Deltic, tweak it and make it what's your Deltic. I think it's important also to talk about the history of the Deltic and why it's important for Accurascale. It's not only the first powered model for the brand, but it's also such an iconic locomotive. The Deltic has been a big part of the East Coast mainline history. It's obviously been this racehorse racing between King's Cross and Scotland, and it's been a huge part of people's nostalgia for the railways and things like that. We've never felt the model has been correctly captured, and it's been taken so much time to get all the shapes, the curvatures, and the small details absolutely spot on. That's what we've really had to fight to do, as well as capturing things like the sound effects, getting the DCC sound to have that lovely Napier rumble of the real thing, and also supplying it at what we consider is a very good price. In terms of the model we have here, we have the various variation details, windscreen wipers, the rivets around the top, the boiler side details, everything's clear there. We have the cast bogies, we have the fabricated bogies, and everything that the prototype varied on, we've captured too. In terms of usability, so for your DCC fitment, you have a very nice accessibility right straight through the roof. Fitting a sound decoder is easy, you don't have to remove the body and things like that. In terms of programming and enjoying it, it's all done through your DCC controller. For re-gauging options, for those who are into fine scale, so P4 and EM, we offer drop-in P4 and EM wheel sets. We say it's below 10 minutes to change this model between P4 and EM, which is great. In terms of the operation and the functionality, it has a big 5-pole can motor. It's meaty enough to haul most scale trains at a scale speed for a Deltic, so your big long expresses on your layouts. In terms of lighting, we've captured all elements of the lighting, including interior lights for both the engine room and the cabs. We have the head code boxes, all programmable through CVs. So if you want it a little bit brighter or a little bit dimmer, that's absolutely fine and down to you. The tail lights and details like that. The Porterbrook version as well has the day and night mode on the Y-Pack headlights, a unique moulding for that livery and loco. Inside with the PCB, we have the capacitor power pack, which allows for stay alive running. So any dead spots on your eyes will happily glide over and go through at any time. We have all the separately fitted details with the handrails, the edge windscreen wipers, the edge windscreen surrounds, all the details around the fuel tank, and even the painted engine bay lettered with Napier Deltic on the side. Our Deltic models are supplied with full buffer beam detail to be fitted by the user, representing the locomotive at different stages in the career. So that includes all of the brake pipes that you see here, the couplings, the coupling guard, and in this case here, the ETH fittings that we see here and here. One piece of advice we do give for our users is when you do remove the body for fitting drivers or perhaps doing some interior work, is to make sure you remove the chains carefully, much like the real thing. There is one important difference between the Accurascale Deltic and the real Deltics. Whereas the real thing has two of these wonderful Napier Deltic engines at the heart, we only have one big 5-can pole. However, we do capture the lovely grey colour of the power units, including the red Napier Deltic lettering that can be seen through the body side windows. One thing that our research team found with the Deltic project, in particular project manager Gareth, was all the variations and details on the locomotives that changed in time and we had to capture on our model. If you take, for example, here, I can see that there's 2 windscreen wipers, other variations there's 4. We have variations on the quarter lights that were plated over later in the locomotive's career. We have the horn position that moved from the roof to the nose. Our model includes the full prototypical lighting package, including cab lights, engine room lights, but also the front lights that you will see as an enthusiast. This includes the 4-digit head code displays, the dominoes, and also the tail lights.
almost 4 years ago, we first stepped into the DPS premises here in Barrow Hill to measure Deltics, and now our model is finally arriving, and we're absolutely delighted about that. And we couldn't have done it without the help of the Deltic Preservation Society, and I have Darryl Marsh here, who is Sales Director and Depot Manager here at Barrow Hill for the Deltic Preservation Society. So one of the things we wanted to do, obviously, to support preservation is to, when we work with a preservation group, is give people, the preservation groups, a way of raising funds. So doing limited edition models is something that's been a really good revenue stream for you guys previously.
It has, yes. We've done various limited edition models. This one with Accurascale has been the first for probably 12 years or so, and it's been very well received, and like I say, we're just about sold out.
So obviously a lot of your members are true Deltic nuts and real experts, but they seem to have received the model very well as well.
Yes, and they've picked up on all the improvements on previous versions, and detailing wise, and yes, we've been very impressed with them. They've seen all the samples what we've had out on sale stands, and yeah, been very well received.
That's fantastic. I mean, one of the most important things, obviously, is that your members are able to come and see the real thing, but it's great that they can go home as well with a model of one of the locals that you have preserved here since they left service with BR. Is that something that you find with a lot of the members, they just want that little piece of Deltic at home as well as coming here to Barrow Hill?
Yes, they do, yeah. And they've all got their own favourites as well. And 15 tends to be the most popular one.
Okay. Which one are you kind of looking forward to seeing yourself, or do you have your name on any particular one that you wanted?
I've got my name down on one of number 9 because that's what started the project off when I first started talking to you.
Yeah, that's right. We came here and we measured number 9, and it was looking fantastic in BR Blue, and we've obviously replicated that now in the model. And behind me here, you have your own long-term project, which is Tulliar. And do you want to give us an update on how that's getting on?
Tulliar's progressing very well. Plans are in place to get bogies and sorted and put underneath. Power units are ready to go. Fingers crossed it'll be complete by end of this year.
That's fantastic.
And, hopefully get it out for testing over winter and out at some heritage railway next year.
Brilliant. We're really looking forward to that. And obviously you have the other two that are currently working on heritage lines, and hopefully we'll get to see them back on the main line very soon too.
Yes, the plan is to put number 9 back out on the main line. That's just coming to the end of the repairs following its failure 3 years ago. Wanting to get out on heritage railways this year, with a view to get out on main line towards the end of the year, beginning of next year. And number 19 is just continually on heritage lines, doing what it does.
So Steve, we're at journey's end.
Absolutely.
Exactly where the journey started. It's been a huge project for both of us, for Accurascale, and obviously we're seeing all the great work the DPS are doing here today. Yep. If anyone wants to join the DPS, just check out their website, thedps.co.uk.
Correct.
They're open here every Saturday and Sunday. You're more than welcome to come down to Barrow Hill, walk in and get involved and join that way. And we were just saying that about preservation societies and how the great work we do and how we like to support them.
But I mean, without preservation societies preserving these beasts and that, we wouldn't have these to enjoy. They'd be gone in 1982.
Exactly, and we wouldn't be able to come down here and scan and measure and do all the things we do to try and get the models that we want to accurately represent these locomotives in their heyday, and obviously in preservation form, as we've done with the limited editions for the organisations as well. Absolutely. So we really couldn't have done this without the Deltic Preservation Society, so we want to thank them very much. Also Rails of Sheffield and Locomotion, who have obviously come behind us and given us some valuable support and information and on the Deltic process, and we've obviously done limited editions for them as well. The Deltics have now arrived and are in stock, and we're absolutely buzzing about that, and we can't wait to see them running on your layouts and your collections in the near future. So make sure you go to accurascale.co.uk. There's not many left to sell, so grab them while they're hot. £160 for DCC ready and £250 DCC sound. Thanks for checking out our video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to Accurascale TV. We'll have plenty more videos coming in the near future showcasing new models, how-to videos and lots more previews besides.
Thank you for watching.